You don't mind. Everyone's
Good morning, W.W. Robinson. Today is October 2nd, 2018, and I have Jada here with me this morning, and I'm having technical difficulties because YouTube keeps changing what it looks like when I log in, and I'm just confused. It doesn't take a lot, though, does it, Jada? She just said it doesn't take a lot for the principal to get confused. All right, Jada. It is. I messed up yesterday. Yesterday I said it was day 3. Yesterday it was actually day 2. Today is day 3. And you tell us what is for lunch today.
Chicken tenders, oven fries, seasoned carrots, pears, peach cups, choice of milk.
All right. Chicken tenders is not a bad lunch. Best one's coming up the end of the month. Just saying. Ooh, and look, there's a new one. There's a new option on the menu, ladies and gentlemen. It says General Tso's chicken. That sounds rather similar to Asian chicken chunks. I might have to buy that day too. What do you think? Do you ever buy General Tso's chicken at the Chinese place? Oh, you don't know what you're missing. Make sure you buy lunch on that day. I bet it's going to be great. What do you think? I'm like, I don't know, Miss Parker. Do you like Asian chicken chunks? Okay, well then I bet you're going to like that. All right. I'll have to check it out and see if we have any other new items on the menu. That's pretty interesting. All right, here we go. So, got the menu out of the way. Now we have Dantes to tell us about the weather. There you go, Jada. All right, come over here. Tell everybody, what is the weather today?
Sunny.
It is sunny, and it is so pretty out today, isn't it? Thank you so much, Dantes. And we have Quincy here to lead us in the pledge. So please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, ready? Come over so we can see you. There you go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good job, Quincy. Thank you. Please join me for a moment of silence. Thank you. All right. So we have some birthdays today. I have to do yesterday's birthdays because I forgot to print off October's birthday list. We had that flood day and it messed me all up. All right. So yesterday, celebrating a birthday, we had Jaden Bland, Joshua Downey, Christiana Hibbard, Maurice Lopez, Philip Miller, and Felipe Ayuruzan Levia. I know I messed that up. And in celebrating on October 2nd, we have Mackenzie Kibler, Kayliana Mullins, and Jovenelis Vasquez Diaz. You think I said it right? Maybe? I don't think I did. All right. And then we also have some staff birthdays today. Today is Miss Unhan's birthday and Miss T. Ross's birthday. So happy birthday to those folks. Make sure you tell them happy birthday when you see them today. And then I also have another special announcement. So here at Robinson, we have a student council. And so students had to do an application to be on the student council. And so I have the final list of students in 4th and 5th grade that made it to student council this year. So for 4th grade, we have Marley Andes, Cooper Swartz, Haley Waybright, Bryce Everett, Brianna Norgrove, Colin Stanley, Matthew Richards, and Ava Kingery. In 5th grade, We have Delilah Lopez, Olivia Gatchell, Kyoto Dellinger, Anna Bible, Elizabeth Velasquez Perez, Christopher Fierro, Liliana Galliano, sorry if I butchered that, Sophia Hoffman, and Esmeralda Hernandez. I just want you to know that the ladies that the teachers that were on the panel that helped choose the student council said the applications were amazing. It was a very hard choice. So please don't be discouraged if you didn't make it onto the student council, because there will probably be opportunities for you to do other things throughout the year. All right, I think we're about time to do some reading. And I've been expressed that I need to read double today since I didn't read yesterday. So we'll see. You have any shout outs before I start reading?
Miss Olin's class.
Miss Olin's class. I don't know. Miss Olin's class can hear you. You're talking so quiet.
Miss Olin's class and Miss Hall's class.
All right. Okay. So when we last left our friend Roz, she was a camouflage robot, if you remember. She let all of that stuff get all over her, and she was doing a lot of observing. So this chapter 19, is called The Observations. Clouds scuttled through the sky. Spiders spun intricate webs. Berries beckoned to hungry mouths. Foxes stalked hares. Mushrooms rose up from leaf litter. Turtles plopped into ponds. Moss spread across tree roots. Vultures hunched over carcasses. Ocean waves beat against the coastline. Tadpoles became frogs. Caterpillars became butterflies. A camouflage robot observed it all. Chapter 20, The Language of the Animals. It started with the birds. They had always been skittish when the robot was near. They would stare and screech and then scatter. But now that Roz was camouflaged, she could secretly observe their normal behavior right up close. Roz noticed chickadees fluttering through the same flowers and singing the same song every morning. She noticed the lark who swooped down to the same rock and sang the same song every afternoon. She noticed the same two magpies singing to each other from across the same meadow every evening. After weeks of robotically studying the birds, Roz knew what each bird would sing, and when they would sing, and eventually why they would sing. The robot was beginning to understand the birds. But she was also beginning to understand the porcupines and the salamanders and the beetles. She discovered that all the different animals shared one common language. They just spoke the language in different ways. You might say each species spoke with its own unique accent. When Roz first listened to the chickadees, their songs had sounded like tweedle, 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 tweedle. But now, Miss Proctor's not good at doing like noises like that. But now when the chickadees sang, Roz heard, "Oh, what a lovely day it is. Oh, what a lovely day it is." Deer spoke mostly with their bodies by simply turning her head. A doe could say to her family, "Let's look for clovers by the stream." Snakes often hissed to themselves things like, "I know there's a tasty mouse around here somewhere." Ooh. Bees said very little. They used their wings to buzz a few simple words like nectar and sun and hive. Frogs spent most of their time searching for each other. One would croak, "Where are you? I can't see you." And then another would reply, "I'm over here. Follow my voice." When Roz first stomped across the island, the animal squawks and growls and chirps. It sounded like nothing more than meaningless noises. But she no longer heard animal noises. Now she heard animal words. Chapter 21, The Introduction. There was an hour each morning in the dim light of dawn when all the island animals were safe. You see, long ago, they had agreed not to hunt or harm one another during that hour. They called it the dawn truce. Most mornings, the island residents would gather in the great meadow and spend the hour chattering with friends. Of course, not everyone attended these gatherings. The bears had never made an appearance, and the vultures just circled high above. But on this particular morning, an unusually large group of animals had come out to discuss some important news. Settle down, everyone. I have something to say. Swooper the owl hooted to the crowd from the lowest branch of a dead tree. Last night I saw a mysterious creature right here in the great meadow. It seemed to be covered in grass, so I couldn't get a good look at it, but I think it may have been the monster. Looks of concern swept over the crowd. What was the creature doing? Said Dart the weasel. It was speaking, said Swooper. It kept repeating the same words over and over again, but each time it sounded a little different. At first it sounded like a cricket, then it sounded like a raccoon, and then it sounded like an owl. What was it saying? Said Dig Down the groundhog. I could be mistaken, said Swooper, but I think it was saying, hello, my name is Roz. The crowd began to chatter. Just where was this creature? Said Fink the fox. Everyone turned as the owl slowly pointed his wing to a grassy lump in the meadow. It was a rather ordinary-looking grassy lump until it began to move. As you probably guessed, that grassy lump was Roz. She had been there the whole time, camouflaged, watching, listening, and with all the animals looking at her, she decided to introduce herself. The crowd stared in disbelief as the grassy lump started shaking and bulging upward and crumbling apart, and there was the robot. Then, using her body and voice, the robot spoke to the animals in their own language. Hello, my name is Roz. The crowd gasped. Swooper fluttered up from his branch and screeched, It's the monster! I am not a monster, said Roz. I am a robot. A flock of sparrows suddenly took off. Leave us alone, squeaked Dart as he crouched low in the grass. Return to wherever horrible place you've come from. I come from here, said Roz. I have spent my whole life on this island. Why haven't you spoken to us sooner? Screeched the owl from higher up in the tree. I did not know the animal language until now, said the robot. Crown Point the buck had heard enough, and he slipped into the forest with his family. So what do you want from us? Growled Fink. I've observed that different animals have different ways of surviving, said the robot. I would like for each of you to teach me your survival techniques. I'm not going to help you, screeched the owl from the very top of the tree. You seem so unnatural. The monster is just wanting to gobble us up, shrieked Dig Down, and the groundhog disappeared into a hole. I will not gobble anyone up, said Roz. I have no need for food. You don't need food? Fink relaxed a bit. Well, I need food and lots of it. Why don't you make yourself useful and find me some? What would you like me to do? Said Roz. Can you hunt? The fox smiled at a hare on the far side of the gathering. It's almost time for breakfast. I cannot hunt, but I could gather berries. The fox's smile disappeared. Berries? I'm hungry for meat, not berries. Good luck to you, Roz. You're going to need it. And the fox trotted away. Roz looked up at the tree, but the owl had gone. And when the robot looked down again, she realized that everyone else had gone too. Poor Roz. Wonder what's going to happen. Were you expecting her to learn the language of the animals? I wasn't either. Unexpected. All right. So you can be the kind of leader that you would follow and make it a great day. So long.